Hello and welcome to Those Forking Fangirls, where we talk all things nerdy book, TV, movie, pop culture, and how they integrate into our adult lives. My name's Christine.
And I'm Natasha.
And today we are going to be, of course, chatting the life of a showgirl as much as we can because we're recording this before the big drop of the podcast episode on New Heights. So next week we'll be covering any news from that, but whatever we know up to then. And we're talking pet peeves today. We're going to have a little fun going through just things that irk us in everyday life. Y'all, we've got a spicy ad incoming today. So if you have youths in the car and you'd like to pause, please hit that pause button and throw on some headphones. Today's episode is sponsored by Bellesa Boutique. Y'all, Bellesa has blessed us with a ton of free spicy toys to give away today.
And not just any spicy toys, silent ones.
That's right. If you haven't heard of Bellesa, this is a designed by women for everyone company that's completely flipping the script on sexual wellness. And they're all about empowering you to embrace, explore, and celebrate your sexuality.
Bellesa sent us a stack of new toys that blew my mind. And there's one that is a complete game changer. Yes, I've tried them all. Listen carefully because we need to hear this. So I'm going to turn it on.
Is it on?
Yeah, do you hear anything?
I can't hear anything.
Oh!
And that's the point. Silence. Bellesa just dropped the first ever silent vibes. No noise, full power, silent vibes.
So if you live with roommates, parents, or if your partner is sleeping right next to you, these toys are silent, but without compromising the power. Guys, I was amazed.
Bellesa somehow figured out how to make the most powerful, satisfying, mind-blowing toys with zero sound. The Whisper collection includes the Whisper Vibe, Whisper Rabbit, Whisper Wand, and the Whisper Bullet.
And of course, we had to hook you guys up. So we're doing a giveaway with Bellesa where everyone wins a free spicy toy. Yep, you heard that right. A fully free Whisper Vibe or a free rose suction toy with any Whisper order. You know that viral rose shaped suction toy that's all over your Instagram feed. Yeah, I actually now know why it's viral. It retails for $99, but you get it for free, which is iconic. All you got to do is click the link in the episode description or head to bbvibes.com/fangirls. That's bbvibes.com/FANGIRLS.
The Whisper Vibes will stay completely silent, but the question is, can you?
If you want to skip to our main discussion, there's always going to be a timestamp in our description, so you can find that there. If not, we're going to get right into Snap Crackle Pop Culture News.
Yes! All right. Let's go right into today and Taylor Swift, because on a Monday evening on the East Coast, all of a sudden, well, Monday morning, there was a post on Taylor Nation. And it was like thinking about when she said, "See you next era." And there were 12 photos posted, and they were all of her in her orange outfits across the Eras tour. And it set the internet alight. But I was in New Jersey with my family. So I was like, oh, cool, it's coming. And then I kind of just like flitted off. But there was also New Heights, who had posted a teaser for their episode this week with a special guest and a silhouette in the middle that looked a lot like Taylor Swift. And so I was like, oh my God, that's so exciting. It looks like she's going to be on the podcast. And fuck, she is going to be on the podcast. And it's one thing thinking she's going to be on the podcast and another like knowing it's actually happening and seeing clips, because Taylor Swift is about to do a podcast. This is about to be the most famous podcast episode of all time. And I'm not even exaggerating.
I know. Like, how many people are going to be tuning in? I hope that doesn't crash.
I know. Well, the thing is, it's going to be put out, so it'll be like a YouTube video. So hopefully it can't crash. You know what I mean? Like, there's YouTube videos that are huge and we all watch and everything's fine because it's already recorded. It's not like a live stream.
Yeah.
But like every time New Heights drops a new clip from this episode, it's like, ah! Like Like, they dropped another one this morning. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Jason is announcing her, and he's just like rattling off accolade after accolade in his like loud screaming announcer voice, and she's just sitting there like, oh my god. And then he finally stops screaming and catches his breath, and she's like, wow, his soul left his body. He's like, I'm cramping, I'm catching my breath. And then she's like, well, I know a lot of sports folks listen to this podcast, and if there's anything I know they want more of, it's me in their spaces. And it's so funny. I'm so excited. This is like an hour of Taylor Swift content we're about to get with her boyfriend.
Yeah, there's one clip where he has confetti all over him. I want to know what happens. And it's going to be kind of frustrating to listen to this after probably so many of you have already watched it.
But we want to capture the excitement here.
Yeah.
This is peak Swift excitement. So when the countdown started, where were you?
I was in my car driving to LA. I think.
Okay. So you were also busy. I was getting into the shower and I was like, what?
I feel like I was not prepared. There was.
It all happened very fast.
It all happened very fast. And I know like you had a couple like clowning moments and they were not clowning. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, it's too soon. It's too soon. And I was actually wearing orange that day, like a freaking bright yellow orange dress. But
nice.
I'm just like, okay, this is happening very quickly. Time to get my mind around it. And like as I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, why is she doing it this way, right? Because like, okay, she's announced her last album like on a major awards show, like on the Grammys. She's announced things at her concert, like on a big stage. Like this feels like very intimate.
Well, it is intimate because I think that it's about this new era of her life and the era. Well, this combined, because when she was falling in love with Travis, she was also doing the Eras tour. Mm-hmm. So it's this combined life of a showgirl era. And it all started, like her love story with Travis started on New Heights. And he said that thing about the bracelet. And what better place to announce like the book of their story from her point of view.
Like, teary thinking about that. Yeah.
Than on the podcast with him, on his podcast. Mm-hmm. It all started there, and she's going to announce the album there. It's perfect literary full circleness happening here, and I love it. This is rom-com level shit, y'all. Mm-hmm. And, I hate being on the East Coast for Taylor Swift drops, for any announcement. So this night that it was happening, was the first time I was getting ready for bed at a reasonable hour to be getting up at 3:45 a.m. for a flight. Okay. And I was like very tired because we've been running around all weekend and I never got to like acclimate to the East Coast. I was just not sleeping. And so I was like, I'm getting to bed early. I'm going to be responsible. And then all of a sudden this starts to happen as I'm getting in the shower. I'm like, no, Taylor, no. And at first it was like a number 2 and then ... 0, blah, 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 blah minutes. And I was like, oh, 2 days. I thought, a normal music release I'm picturing for Thursday, Mm-hmm. And then on like a 5-minute delay, I was like, wait. Is it August 12th?
Chloe was like, babe, it's happening tonight.
No, I was. Chloe was like, I said, wait, it's happening tonight. And she's like, no, babe, it's tomorrow. And I was like, no, it's tonight. It's August 12th at 12:12. That's tonight. So anyway, it was tonight. And I was like, okay, I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to get up before 12:12. But I didn't. I laid in bed in the dark, just watching the clock and scrolling through Twitter and just being anxious and texting like 4 different people and being like, it's coming. At this point, I've deluded myself into thinking she's just going to drop a whole album. I'm not going to be able to sleep. because she's going on a podcast, so she wants to talk about the album, so it has to be out. Like, I've just completely deluded myself into I'm not going to sleep at all. I'm just going to be listening to an album tonight. And then 12/12 happens. Everyone knows this if you're on her website. It just fucking crashes. And I'm like angry. So now I understand why people, because this happened, everyone on the East Coast was like irritated, and everyone on the West Coast was like, yay, because it's like a normal hour of the day still, unless you're going to sleep. But like my cousins were like, is she kidding me? She didn't even show the picture of the album.
No.
And I was like, is she fucking kidding me? She didn't even give us a release date. So I was angry, and then I couldn't sleep for another hour. And then I finally got to sleep. Fucking East Coast. I'm so sorry. Like, it really sucks having to wait till 12 and then having to wait for her to like drop. What did she drop at 3 a.m.? The other versions of the album.
What she did? Oh, I wasn't
like for Folklore and for not Folklore, for Midnights and for TTPD. I think an hour later she dropped that second album. You know what I mean?
No. What second album?
Okay. For TTPD, at first we had like 11 tracks.
Oh,
or
okay.
13
I'm
tracks.
sorry. I thought you were talking about the other night when she dropped the news.
No. I'm talking about like in the past.
Yeah.
People had to already be up, then listen to the whole album. And then she drops another album. And then people on the East Coast are like, well, I guess I'm never sleeping.
Yeah.
Because people on the West Coast, I feel like it was like 11 for us when that second thing dropped. Yeah.
It's always better being on the West Coast for things because it's just earlier.
So much better. It's so much better. You can enjoy it so much more.
Yeah, like all live shows.
Eating into your sleep. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, y'all. Shots. I had a listening party for TTPD, and then just as we were wrapping up, we had to keep going for the double drop. Exactly. Well, that's what happened to me with Cynthia. She was like, I can't keep going. I have a baby. And I was like, I know, bye. But anyway, yeah. So what we got was after you refreshed a bunch and it still wasn't working, you ran to Instagram, and New Heights and Taylor Swift had collabed on a post to show her opening a thing that she pulled out her new record, but it was all blurred out, so we couldn't see it. But yeah. How were you feeling?
You didn't text me the news. I had to.
I thought you would know.
I didn't know. I was in a theater.
You still at 12:12?
It was 9. You were so confused. I'm like, where's my text? What's happening?
Oh, I thought for sure you were out, and I was like going to sleep. So
7.
I didn't realize I was in my own little Delulu land.
I thought nothing happened, and no one had texted. No one was saying anything exciting. And then I get to the parking lot. I get to the parking lot, and I'm like, okay, Kayla, let's look online. And then I was like, Life of a Showgirl, what is this? I'm so confused. And then I looked on Instagram because I was like, go on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, it's a new album. Oh my God. And then I watched the clip where he said, it's the color of your eyes, sweetie. And I was like,
See, I already watched that like 100 times.
Again, no one sent me anything.
Okay.
I told you I was in a movie.
I know, but for some reason, I thought you must have been out of it by then.
Your times you were just not with it.
Lulu on the East Coast. I haven't been on the East Coast for a Taylor Swift drop, and it sucked.
No, she goes like, oh, you'll definitely be out. I'm like, no, my screening starts at 7. I will probably still just be in the movie.
Well, you didn't give me that detail. You just said nothing, so I thought that I was right. So anyway, let's talk about the color scheme is bright orange. So a lot of karma truthers were coming out of the woodwork and thinking karma was coming. The conspiracy theory album from 2016. I was like, no, guys, I really don't think so.
I think whatever that was has evolved and changed.
Into whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way she's holding on to something from that long where she's lived so much life.
Yeah. Unless it's like the Reputation bonus tracks.
Yeah.
You know? What we know so far as of today, Max Martin is one of the main producers who hasn't worked with her since Reputation. They worked together, and he is like known for a lot of things like Britney Spears Circus, Max Martin, like he's on a lot of huge tracks. And so it's like a more poppy feel than what she's done with like Aaron Dessner and
Jack Antonoff.
So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And there's this big theory about the life of a showgirl and the colors being like the oxidization of copper, like the colors mint green. So if you look at, for example, the Statue of Liberty, which is like a shiny copper, and over time she oxidizes, like she's a showgirl and she is oxidizing over time to like this mint green. And that's like a big theory of why she picked those colors. There's crazy shit like that big reel that I did a little copy of to show off my new bookcase, where she comes with her cat and is walking through the stadium before the Miami show back at the end of last year. She was walking in section A12.
I know, there's so many little.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
On August 12th last year, she wore a plaid outfit with these colors and was photographed outside wearing it. Mint green and bright orange plaid. Crazy fucking shit she's done. Okay? And then there's a huge
she's insane. Shot set.
there's a shot, there's a huge theory that the showgirl is like the bitchy crazy version of herself. Not bitchy crazy, but you know, like the kind of evil version of herself, and the anti-hero version of herself.
Okay.
You know, she's wearing like the colors in the music video, like bright orange and mint green, like in that little jumpsuit. And she's behind herself in the bathroom, like it's the voice in her head that tells her all the mean shit and keeps her up at night. And in that shot, everyone screenshotted it and they're like, okay, that version of her is wearing white. That's TTPD. And then this version of her is wearing the colors from Showgirl. And she knew all along. That's what everyone's saying. I'm like, I don't know, but I like the theory. Because they are side by side, and one is really emotional and one is really like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to break this fucking guitar and walk down the street.
Well, and
it's kind of like embracing all of the crazed parts of being a showgirl.
Melissa said she also walked through the orange door at the end.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I didn't even get to that yet. Yeah. So we all saw her walk through an orange door at the end of the Eras tour. What another huge thing that I think is very real is the stage of the Eras tour is shaped like a key. If you look at it from above, we've all thought about this a lot. This album thus far, now this is as of August 13th, before the thing drops, is a lock.
Yeah.
And that's a key. And the key goes into the lock and they go together. And I just really, truly think that she has had, like, she wants to do the life of a showgirl as the album theme for a very long time. Like, since she did the new addition to the show for TTPD. Like, I don't know if you also saw the imagery from the, oh my God, what is it called? The Maddie Healy song where she dies at the end. The Smallest Man I Ever Knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the women with the marching band.
Yeah.
There is a movie from the 1930s or 20s called Life of a Showgirl, and it's literally that exact same image everyone was talking about on Twitter last night.
Oh.
Yeah, like screenshot, side by side. I was like, whoa. And of course, like, I Could Do It With a Broken Heart is so showgirly. And he comes on stage for that song.
Yeah, he does. And then, makes
Easter
her
egg.
pep up and get going.
Yes. So it's all tying together, you guys. And I really think she, from the time she started filming the Eras Tour doc, knew that this was going to be the title of the new album. And I think it's going to tie right in. I think this is going to be the title of the documentary, The Life of a Showgirl. It's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, that's my whole spiel. We're all very excited. And did you buy anything? Because I'm just waiting.
No, babe, I never buy anything.
Everyone had to wait in line. I don't know if you saw, but it was like, you have to wait 10 minutes to check out with your album. It was crazy. And we don't even have an album cover.
And we don't even have a release date.
Or a release date. It just says it'll ship before October 13th.
So everyone's like, okay, October 12th. And then they're like, it's not October 12th. I'm like, okay, September 12th?
There was a big, like, this is not the release date sign underneath. Like, it'll ship at this date. So crazy.
Then why not just release the release date when you tease it?
They're going to release it today. It's going to come out with the podcast. I'm positive she's giving them all of the exclusives. So you will know by the time this comes out.
I'm just so excited to see like a full hour of her just interacting with her boyfriend.
I know.
What?
I know. This is going to be iconic. Like for the rest of time, we'll be like, this is the podcast Taylor Swift did. Is there any other news that we wanted to talk about before we move on?
Oh, well, Spider-Man Brand New Day started filming in Glasgow. And because of this, that they knew that they were going to be out on the streets, they had to reveal his new costume to us, or else, like, you know, the internet would have scooped Marvel. Yeah. So Tom came out in his new fit, and this is like post Stark tech, so it's like very reminiscent of like Tobey Maguire's suit, where it has like the raised webbing, and he's made it himself. And there's just been like a lot of like footage of him. No, just like swinging around Glasgow. It's so cute.
Nice.
And
I have not seen it.
Taking pictures with like little boys.
I saw the little boy clip. I did see that. That was very cute. He pulled a little boy over the barrier so he could take a picture with him.
Yes. And I mean, I know Christine doesn't like hearing any of this, but Mark Ruffalo is coming back as a Hulk in the film, and the movie is going to deal with street level crime. So that's about everything we know.
It's very Tobey Maguire. It's giving classic Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Brand new day, baby.
Yeah. In other news, this was like debunked, but for a second, Alice Birch was in the news that she had been brought on as a writer for Taylor Swift's directorial debut for Searchlight Pictures. I don't know if this was like a red herring to distract people from the fact that like the announcement for the album was coming, because so if you don't know, Birch is an award-winning playwright and screenwriter. She worked on Normal People and Succession, and the news was like she's been working closely with Taylor Swift and tailoring the project to her creative vision. And then it came out like hours later as like Taylor Swift is the only person working on her screenplay. So I don't know if Alice Birch is involved in the project in any way, or if the project is like moving forward in any way, or if, like I just said, this is just something that was like kind of leaked to distract from the fact that everything was coming this week. Who knows?
Probably.
But also, okay, I've been getting a lot of questions about it because I've only announced this on the podcast thus far, but I just want to say again, my book, 30 Flirty and Forever Alone, is available for pre-order now, but the release date was pushed for something good. So it's not like anything to be concerned about, but it will not be coming out 11/11 anymore. It will be released on the 1st of January of 2026, which is crazy.
New Year's Day.
Yeah, and events will be happening like the week of January 6th. I hate that saying the week of January 6th because that day obviously lives in infamy. But it'll be that week, like that second week of January, that I will hopefully be doing some events. And it's available for pre-order. And I just got to hear the audiobook narrator auditions. And we've locked in a really great narrator, and I'm very excited. So that's happening too, and the link to pre-order is in the show notes. I appreciate your support there so much. I am so excited about this book. Again, it's called 30, Flirty, and Forever Alone. Over this weekend, I was at my sister's baby shower, and my aunt was like, so is it like a collection of your dating experiences? And I was like, no, it's a fiction rom-com. Just inspired by how shitty dating is. When, especially as you get a little tiny bit older, because women are not allowed to age. So anyway, that's link is in the description. All right, talking what right now, Natasha? What are you reading right now?
Guys, I'm still reading the Project Hail Mary, because my life has been party setup, clean, study, and then maybe I can listen or read to something. So I'm still reading. I'm at the very end though, and like I have been raving about it for the last couple weeks. It's so good. I'm so glad Christine has pushed me to read it because I love it so much, and I love imagining Ryan Gosling in my head too.
Okay, so Natasha reading it for the first time has made me want to reread it. I've been rereading it since like I was home this weekend and having the best time, and I am picturing Ryan Gosling, even though the voice on the audiobook is very Tom Hanksy. And it's weird because I didn't think about that the first time. I was just enjoying it because it's such a good audiobook. But this time I'm like, this sounds like Tom Hanks, not Ryan Gosling, and my brain is like doing a translation all the time of what Ryan Gosling is going to sound like.
Yeah, I see his mannerisms so well, like with the character and the voice. Like
Ryan.
Tom is like he's funny and he's great, but like Ryan's so dry, and I feel like we really need that.
No, and I know I don't want Tom to play him.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I just get that vibe from the way he talks. Like he has one of those like soothing,
like iconic
voices.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so fucking good. I'm having the best time reading it, re-listening, and you definitely need to listen to it because it's coming in March. You want to listen to it before. It's so good. All right. I finished Casanova LLC by Julia Whelan. It was so good. It is like exclusively available through her new business, Audiobrary. I mean, it's not new anymore. It was like new 2 years ago, but you can rent it there or you can buy it, and it's paying the audiobook narrators like a nice wage, whereas they don't get paid a fair amount usually. That's why she had to do so many 70 a year.
My God.
So support your audiobook narrators. Get Casanova LLC. It's so fucking good. So I think I talked about this last week.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it. It was really great.
Oh,
I finished it right before I got on my flight to New Jersey, and I thought I had another hour, but it was just like I was in the last 15 minutes.
No.
So it's a romance novel, and it is about this widow. Her husband was this big hedge fund guy, and he has recently passed, and she's lost everything. So he was really wealthy, and she's also an art curator, and she's like, he kind of collected her. You know, he was a man that collected art, and he liked her taste and her as a person and kind of collected her. And she got, swept up in him, but it's been 6 years and now he's passed, and she's found out that he's done all these like shady dealings, and so they've like lost everything, and just people keep coming out of the woodwork being like, he fucked me over, and she's trying to make it right, but she like doesn't have anything left to make it right. Like she doesn't have any money. All she has is her ring. And this artist comes out of the woodwork, and it was an artist that she specifically loved, and he wanted to work with him just because of how much she loved his work. And he collected all of his paintings to sell, but he never sold them and never gave him any money. So he comes over to see her, and she's like, oh my God, hi. And he's like, yeah, you fucked me over. I never got paid for any of the paintings. And she's like, what do you mean? He paid you? And he was like, no, he didn't. He has them all. I want them back. And so she is very upset by this, and he offers a barter that he will offer his services to her in exchange for the paintings because he realizes that she's not in on it. And his services are he's a gigolo. and he works in Venice. He has this like whole palazzo and he specializes in female pleasure and it's a 3-day thing. And so he invites her to Venice for this, but they actually have a little bit of a history from the first time they met and they both really like each other. And he doesn't do like relationships. He does this. This is his job. And she has been in this like shut off relationship where she really doesn't feel any connection to her husband for 6 years. So they're both dealing with some things and it's really, really nice.
Did it get spicy?
It did get spicy. It got spicy, but it was also like had a lot of like deep themes and stuff. I really liked it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Really enjoyed it.
Did you rent it or buy it?
I rented it, but I ended up having to rent it twice because I was busy and I didn't finish it in 1 week. I finished it in a week and a day.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was really good. Anyway, I also started The Wedding People yesterday. And this is like a huge book. I've seen it around. I just, based on the title and the cover, thought that it was a comedy.
Oh, no.
It isn't. I know it's probably going to it's like dark comedic moments, but it's literally like I'm in the first chunk of it. And it is about a woman who's been left by her husband. He left her for her best friend. They fell in love. And she has been trying to conceive for a long time and hasn't been able to. And she's like checked into this fancy hotel.
Is it this?
Yeah, it's that. Doesn't that look like a happy title?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's checked into this fancy hotel and she's like pointing out all these wedding people and the bride like gives her she's in the lobby and gives her a bag and she's like, oh, whose family are you from? She's like, I'm not from any of your families. And she's like, what do you mean? You have to be. You're here for the wedding. And she's like, I'm not here for the wedding. And gradually we find out that she's actually checked into a room to unalive herself.
Oh no. Oh,
and
God.
the bride is like the one to find this out for us because she's asking her, then why are you here? And she's like, no, you can't do that on my wedding. But like we're really flashing back a lot to like different moments leading up to this. And it is massively depressing. So I'm hoping it picks up. Because everybody loves this book. And I can see like she's in a really bad place. So maybe she has a really beautiful arc where she's pulled out of this bad place. But she's in a really bad place. So I would not recommend for anybody in any sort of bad place.
Good to know.
But yeah, I just see people enjoying this book all over the place for a year now. Right? Like it's everywhere.
Haven't seen this anywhere.
Okay. You're not looking at any like the literary sections, but like
no.
Outside the romance bubble, this is everywhere. And it's also at the top of like every list. It's everywhere.
Oh.
So Mary says the beginning was dark for sure, but I ended up loving it. Yeah. So that's the going trend, Mary. And I feel like I'm going to push through.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. TV shows. Do you want to talk about, oh my God, there's so much to talk about.
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
The Summer I Turned Pretty, the Peaches episode.
Obviously, we had our episode last week, right before episode 5.
And right before the Peaches.
Everyone was like,
you're going to talk about episode 5.
Okay, obviously, just light. No, are we spoiling?
I mean,
we can't go in depth.
Nothing. It's a light spoilers because we're not gonna like. It's a Conrad episode.
Yeah, Conrad.
Conrad was glowed up for this episode.
Yes, they gave him a tan. He got a haircut.
He was in that white shirt, classic thing that we like.
Yeah, the Peaches episode, as there's so many slow-mo shots and just
it's from his point of view. It's like we're in a daydream a lot with him. And that Peaches section, it just kept the juices were everywhere.
They inject affected the peaches. Did you see that?
I saw the behind the scenes. But when I first watched it, I was like, what is happening? She just keeps biting into it. It's like juice everywhere down her arm. And she doesn't wipe it. She just lets it fly.
Well, and he's allergic to peaches.
I know. Well, he's not that allergic, obviously, because he stood there by the peaches.
And then wiped her mouth.
Her mouth. When he wiped her mouth, I was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I want, like...
it was like peach porn. It was peach porn. Peach porn. I watched it again. I watched the episode again, and it was just as peach porny. Like, she was just like, and it was just everywhere. She attacked those peaches, and then she's like, oh, I don't want to eat another one. Not going to be that good. And he's like, let's test that theory. Like, who says that?
Well, I really like the Michaels scene.
Oh, me too. I really like the cooking scene. Yes, chef. Behind.
Well, and then oh my God, I was texting Christine. I was so annoyed watching this episode as like a party DIYer myself. And she's going into all of these very expensive. The flower shop. I'm like, babe, have you done any researching? And then she goes to the youth. I mean, come on.
But she doesn't have the same concept of how much everything's going to cost because she hasn't been out in the world yet. Like, no one she knows has gotten married. You don't know how much all this shit costs.
There's a thing called the internet that you look up to figure out your budget, though.
But like when you're so young, you're just like, oh, I'll go to the store and like see how much it costs. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. To have the concept of it's going to be so massively expensive.
I don't know. I think I do.
Still didn't know how much flowers were. A million people have gotten married. It wasn't until Olivia got married. My mom's like, it's this much money. And I was like, what? That's crazy. I don't want flowers.
I don't know. But I mean, the whole, and then the cake scene where Jeremiah was like, this and is she's the going one thing I want.
She's going to where Jeremiah wanted her to go.
These kids who have money.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, they've grown up, not her, but like Jeremy has grown up around a lot of money, and his mom has gone to all these places. So those are probably the places that he knows, and they also don't know to expect how much it's going to be for a normal person.
Yeah, but anyways, no, that was irritating me as she...
I was mad when Conrad was like, oh, wedding. I was like, dude, she was very clearly trying not to say that it was a wedding. It's a birthday party.
Well, and then like that whole thing at the cake shop was just so awkward. I'm like, why did you have to lie? Why'd you have to... Anyways, I didn't love those parts.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they did it, though. It's just illustrating how much everything is. Like, again, young people don't know because they haven't been through any weddings. They haven't been on the planning side. She's the first of her kin her group to get married. So anyway, the bike scene when he was like, can't you just drive yourself? And then I was like, Conrad, you have to drive her. What are you doing? And then
I didn't love that.
And then, but like, I know why he's doing it. He's like, I need to draw a boundary. I'm going to tell her I love her.
And then, at one point he was like, for what did I texted to you, but he said something like,
oh, I forgot I wasn't the one marrying her.
Oh,
he's like and I see how this could easily happen. He's in Delulu land because he still loves her. And I saw people being like, oh, 4 years. Like, that's ridiculous. But like their childhood, they've known each other their entire lives. I don't think it's that out of the concept of reality for him to still be in love with her.
I can say for sure that is, I've been there.
Yeah. So. I think we all have the crush from like our early days. That's the first love thing is real.
Yeah. And like I didn't even go in a relationship with him, but like he was in my life. He still is in my life, but like it's gone now. But like back then, oh my God, I would have dropped everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that unrealistic for him to feel this way at all. He's still only like 23. He's not like an a man that's been out in the world for ages, dating lots of other people. He's in med school. All right. I also started watching Too Much, which is the new series by the lady who made Girls, and I'm blanking on her name right now.
Oh,
it's on Netflix with the girl that's really funny from Hacks, Megan Stoller, I think her name is. And
I can think of her name.
I was enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a little less now. Lena Dunham. It's Lena Dunham's new show.
I think so.
Yeah, I was enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a little less now. I'm like 5 episodes in. But I will finish it eventually. I'm just not like itching to watch it at the moment. So we'll see. Movies.
Yeah, Alex and I have AMC A-list, and we're going to the movies a lot. So I really like it. If you guys go to the movies a lot, like, get AMC A-list. It's a
it was the best. I had it back in 2019.
Yeah, I'm not being paid to say this whatsoever, but like,
it is the best.
It's the
if
best.
You like movies.
It's 4 movies a week you can go, and then you get in like priority line, and it's so nice. I like literally in March, I think I paid over $50 in movie tickets, and I'm like, now I'm only paying $20. So
it's so worth it.
Do it. But we went and saw Weapons, which I had no idea what this film was about. It is by the director who did The Barbarian. If you guys saw that, it was like kind of it just kind of took a turn. But it's with Josh Brolin and the actress who just played Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four. She's got like blonde curly hair. And it's all of a sudden all of these kids like run out of their house at 2:16 from her classroom, and no one knows what happened, and there's only one child left, and we're trying to figure out what the crap happened to these kids, and like the entire
that, like, Michael Grant novel.
Yeah, all the parents are like super upset with this teacher. They want answers. She has no idea, and it gets fucky, you know? It's a scary movie. So I really liked it. It was scary but funny. Oh my god.
Oh, good.
It was really good. Like, I thought, just really well done. Yeah. I would say if you are into like suspenseful, like scary-ish movie, it's not too scary. Just like in the beginning, you're just kind of like you don't really know what's going on, and then they kind of like allow you to know. So then it kind of like takes that like scary wall down. Then now you're like, okay, what the fuck? So I really like it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I saw Freakier Friday with Paul after Olivia's baby shower, and I had the best time. Had obviously low expectations. This was the best sequel to anything that I've seen sequeled in so long. I was so proud of them. I laughed so much. Jamie Lee Curtis is so fucking funny. She has so much chemistry with Lindsay Lohan. She's so funny always. Like, everything she does in this movie is perfect. I loved it so much. I was like crying at the end because I was like, I'm so proud that they made a really good movie.
I just love Jamie Lee Curtis so much. She's just like a powerhouse.
And I'm so happy for Lindsay. Like, she came out of this like really dark place. She like kind of like worked her way back into the limelight with these little like Netflix movies, and now she's in theaters again, rocking it as a mom in Freaky Friday. And then there's a four-way switch in this one, and it works really well. And it was great, you guys. Go see it.
Alex went and saw it last night, and he came back and he was like, that movie was so corny, but we laughed like 4 times.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was so fun.
I want to see it.
Yeah, it was so fun. There's only one part that I thought was like corny, and then it went on for so long that it got hilarious. Like, me and Paul both said like, oh, and then we were like hysterical by the end.
Well, yeah, and then Alex said he's like, Jamie Lee Curtis was just the funniest person.
She's so funny. And there were like so many moments in the beginning where like not everyone else was laughing, but I was like, ah! Every time she did something. It was great. So highly recommend, y'all. All right. Well, we are going to roll on into our main discussion, but first we're taking a second to thank everybody out there listening to our podcast. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you're not already, we'd love it if you just followed the podcast for free in your favorite podcast listening app, whether that be Spotify, where it's like super easy. You click the follow button. It's free. You can, if you enjoy our podcast, it's super easy to rate us 5 stars on Spotify. You literally just click the stars. And we are doing a thing where if we get 1,000 ratings by the end of the year, we're going to pie each other in the face for y'all's entertainment on the internet. So that is a thing, and we're getting kind of close. So
we are.
Keep
it's like
reviewing the pod if you enjoy it.
over 800 so far, which is crazy.
We're almost there, y'all. So please hit us up if you enjoy the pod. Rate us 5 stars over there on Apple Podcasts or Apple Music, or is it called? What is it called nowadays? iMusic, whatever it is. You can follow us for free over there. And it's podcasts. You could also rate and review us over there, and we really appreciate it. Over there, you have the option to leave a text review. We always appreciate your reviews. If you want to take a second and do that, we are on YouTube, youtube.com/@thoseforkingfangirls, and you can subscribe there for free if you like to watch the visual version of the show. And we really appreciate that. And we really appreciate any comments over there. We love feeling like this is a 2-way conversation. So please, if you have any commentary, hit us in the comments. And we have a Patreon, and that is why we're able to do this podcast. We have a lot of fun perks over there, and this podcast is sponsored by viewers like you. And if you'd like to join that community, we would love to have you. At our bottom tier, Team Jacob, you get the show ad-free. You get to come to recordings and put your 2 cents in the chat. When we talk to people in the chat, like you're a part of the conversation, you're a part of the episode. And you get Fangirl Tea Time, which is our 30-minute extra show attached to every single episode that you get once you join the Patreon. We talk about more personal stories. We have a lot of story time over there. We talk about deeper aspects of the topics we talk about here. It's a lot of fun, and we get to know everybody in that community. It's really great. And then we have 2 other tiers, so you can check that out. The link is in the show notes. Patreon.com/thoseforkingfangirls. Guys, I can tell I got 8 hours of sleep last night, 8.5. Did you see how many times I stumbled? 0 times.
Yay.
All right. We will be right back after these messages, unless you are a patron. Then we'll go on right into our main discussion. And we are back. Okay. We're talking pet peeves today. We've both got, I've got 8 down, but maybe I'll think of some more as we're going. Natasha's got 9 down, and we're having fun with this. Sometimes it's fun to vent about your pet peeves.
Yes. So if you guys
take it with a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt. We are not attacking anyone.
Yeah.
So if you happen to be one of these people that do one of these things, it's not a big deal.
We forgive you. Do you want to kick us off with one of yours, Natasha?
Yes.
Hit us with a pet peeve.
I feel like, okay, this is one that just irks me as I've gotten older and older and older. And
Don't old yourself too much. That's a lot of olders.
Okay. It's when someone is in the kitchen or doing some kind of housework or something, or cleaning dishes because you just had a party, and there are people sitting on the couch and not offering to do anything while the person is clearly working, and you're just sitting on your ass.
I hate that, especially when it's someone who lives with you.
Yes.
It's so much worse when it's like a partner or someone who lives with you who is a part of this hosting. Get off your ass and help.
No, and like I do this with a lot of times with my cousins, and that it's like, yes, Trinity says men, but sometimes it is the women too, where everyone's just like willy nilly, like, oh, I didn't make any food. I mean, like, I'm just here to, I'm like, no, everyone participates, especially if you didn't make any food. You got to clean up.
Yeah, you ate the food. Yeah, like this is, as a youth, as a teenager, you can get away with doing this to your parents. I feel like this is the only time that you get away with it. But like a lot of times your parents are like, get up and help.
Yeah, I feel like
but like
we were
I
put
think
to
that's
work.
No, yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone would yell at us if we were sitting, but that's the time that like I know my cousins and like other people like could get away with it. Once you are an adult, it's unacceptable. You know what I mean? Like you will forgive them when they're youths. But once you're an adult and it's like your house and they're there and they're adults, it's like, help me. But the men in my family growing up, every family party modeled very bad behavior in this respect. Like none of them would be in the kitchen. It would be all of the women, all of the aunts and mothers. And I hated it.
My family was not like that, so I'm happy. Everyone, all the guys pitched in, but
That's nice.
yeah.
But to rebel against that one time, and I still feel guilty about it, one time, when I was with my dad and his girlfriend, and my dad wasn't helping, I sat on the couch next to him. She was doing all the work. And I was just like, I'm not getting up unless you get up. And he did not get up.
Wow. All right, hit me with one of yours.
All right. I found this happens so often in my LA county, in this whole area. People don't use their fucking blinkers, and it drives me up the wall. We'll be just turning at any random street, and I'm behind them, and I don't know which way they're fucking going. So I don't know if I should go around or go this way. It happens everywhere, but this is just like the most basics. Please put your fucking blinker on so people know which way you're fucking going. That's what they're for. And people on the highway constantly will just like go across 4 lanes. No fucking blinker. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is the most basic lesson of driving a car. Put your blinker on. And like, it's one thing if you're swerving across one lane. This happens all the time. It's always the 4-lane swervers, not even using their fucking blinker at all. I hate them. I'm pretty good about road rage, but if you don't put your blinker on, I will be yelling at my windshield. Like, put your fucking blinker on, assholes.
I feel like I don't experience a lot of non-blinkers down where I live.
Oh my God.
But no, it does. You know what irks me when the blinker thing happens? When you're turning out of a business or like a driveway or something, and then this person, and like you're obviously waiting for this person to go, but then they just turn right in. Like they don't like do the courtesy of putting on their blinker to let you know that, oh, they're just going to turn right here. Like right before you.
With what you're saying.
Okay. You are pulling out of your driveway and then a car is coming this way and you're waiting for them. But they're slowing down.
They're just going into something right next to you and they're not even going to pass you. Yeah, no fucking blinker. Put on your blinker. And like in parking lots even, these bitches not putting on their blinkers and expecting to swerve into the spot that I have my blinker on for. I can't stand you guys. They're not listening to this podcast. I know all of you don't do that. Don't do that. But it's everywhere in LA. And it's like these bitches think that they can turn left without a fucking blinker. I can't stand it. It's dangerous. They're there because you need to communicate what you're doing so people don't get in accidents. I can't stand people. Use your blinkers.
Use your blinkers.
Use your goddamn fucking blinkers.
A lot of mine are beauty related. Okay.
Go for it. Tracks.
Okay. As someone who has had wavy curly hair their entire life, like I've had to learn how to tame my flyaways because Like we get a lot of breakage around our hairline just because of the fragility of your hair and it gets dry. Okay. When people, okay, let's just talk about this.
Is this going to give Mean Girls like when her lipstick's on her teeth?
No. You know how like slick backs are like a really big thing right now? Like you part down the middle and you like slick back your hair and you put it in a bun.
Like in the 90s with the Dep.
What's the Dep?
Oh, I used to use Dep gel to make sure it was like slicked really good back.
Yeah. But a lot of people, some people who don't know how to do an actual slick back will just put their hair back, but then they've got all their little like flyies.
But they just don't know the technique.
Yeah. So that's irritating to me that you don't see flyaways and you want to have a sleek look and you don't know how to tame your flyaways.
No one taught them.
It's easy enough to look up. Oh, I wonder, how do I stick my hair to my head? There's gel.
They might have
wax.
You know what? They might have used water.
There's water.
They might have used water and then it dried.
Yeah. Well, water plus one of those.
Yeah.
So anyways, let me just, if you guys have this issue, you don't know how to tame your slick backs, let me just teach you. This is what I do. First of all, step one, you need a boar bristle brush. Anything that doesn't have
that.
What, Christine?
Natasha, no one knows what a boar bristle brush is.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Okay. The regular brushes that you probably have in your arsenal is like a wet brush that has like the plastic silicone beads on the end, or it's just like a plasticky brush, right? Do you know what that is?
I have a brush made of plastic.
Okay. A boar bristle brush is a natural brush. Sometimes it doesn't have to be natural boar bristles. Sometimes it's
that
just
kind
like,
that doesn't do anything. That's just made of like that soft hair shit.
yeah, but sometimes they're like harder than others.
Okay, yes, the kind that hurts.
Okay. That is a slicking brush or a teasing brush. Like, what did you tease your hair with back in the day?
I never teased my hair.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. So you need a boar bristle brush or a slicker brush. And a lot of the times this, a lot of these techniques were done by Black women because of they have to sleek their edges down. Mm-hmm. So, you need one of those brushes. Two, this is what I do. I like to wet the brush, wet my hair, and then either spray hairspray or put gel or wax or whatever so that you have the wet hair plus the like sticky emollient product
gel.
That's going to keep your hair down. But the water plus the gel, and then you slick back with your brush is going, and you do it before you put the ponytail in, okay? You don't do it after.
That brush, I had no idea what it was for because I would just brush it over my hair. It would do nothing. It wouldn't get through any tangles.
Okay, well, technically a round boar bristle brush is to smooth hair. Like you use it with your blow dryer to smooth. It's the best smoothing brush you can have.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was for either.
Okay, a lot of y'all have flyaway issues, I'm seeing. So I'm glad I taught you a lesson today. The best time is when your hair is about like 4 or 5 days in and it's fucking dirty as hell and you've got oily hair, depending on the Christine can go like 10 days, but like depending on how like much oil production or sebum that is like coming out of your scalp, you could just use that and some water and it should hopefully, and do a little spritz of hairspray after it's done and it'll tame your flyaways. But yeah, that's how you tame your flyaways. Okay. So
all right,
get with the program.
All right. Get with the program. All right. So my next one is text messages that just say, hi, go fuck yourself. Do not text hi. I cannot stand it. Why are you texting? If you're just here to chat, call me.
Is it just like
it's
hi?
More? It's
With
more like men. This is what has triggered this. It's men on the dating apps texting hi, or men that you've started talking to, and like you've maybe gone on one date and saying hi, fuck you. Open with a fucking question, you lazy piece of shit. Okay? You're just asking for me to start the conversation. You should at least, you probably are really proud of yourself being like, I said hi first. Fuck you. Anyone can say hi. You have to say something else. How was your day? I also don't like when this is like, okay, they tried a little on the dating apps when you don't know someone at all, and they're like, what did you do today? It's like, there's a lot more to cover before we get to what did I do today? Like, oh, I went to the store. Like, you don't give a shit about my store. You don't even know who I am. You need backstory, bitch. Oh, God. I just, like, this stems, we can trace this back to, like, people not being able to, or not putting in any work to hold the conversation. But, like, it's really triggered by the word hi in a text message. Like, you can ask something else. And, like, if a friend out of the blue texted you hi, what are you supposed to do with that? Hi back? Like, come on. Is this AIM in 4th grade? Even then, I would say, what's up? Like, there would be a question.
I just don't, like, I feel like saying hi when we were in, like, middle school was like a game. Like a hi.
Oh, when we first got texting, you talking about?
It was just like a...
Yeah, it was like a poke on Facebook. Like, poke.
You know what, like, irritates me is when people are super formal in texts or, like, DMs. And they're like, hi, Natasha. And I'm like, ew, just ask me the question.
Yeah, when it's like, hi, in a text message you're talking about? Yeah. Well, what do you want? It's just like, but also, you don't want someone to be like, hi. And you're like, what do you want?
I just, like, yeah, where someone will go like, hi, can I come over to your house in like 5 minutes? I'm like, okay. I just say, can I come over to your house?
You're talking about like a friend you're familiar with.
Yes.
Yes.
I just don't like hi in text. I feel like it's stupid. Like,
yeah, Shot says it's also old people in corporate, like, don't just say hi, tell me what you want. Yeah, I can see that. Like, an older generation will open with just like, hi. Like, they think that they're starting a conversation like in real life, but it's different over text. Like, this is like a little email. You need to give me the body.
Yeah. Or, yeah, I just like DM'd like my teacher the other day because she's holding like a class. And I was like, oh, could I like RSVP to this? She goes, good morning. And I'm like, okay.
Wait, sorry. What was the context of this?
Okay, I was RSVPing to come to like a class.
Okay.
And I was like, can I come on this day? And she goes, good morning, Natasha. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, over text message.
Just be like excited and be like, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. I think the middle generation between like the grandmothers, like not even the grandmothers, like the great grandmothers, like my Nana, who used to like write full letters to everybody. And then there's their kids are like confused. Like, well, do we write a letter? Do we just demand things?
Dear Natasha.
Like, how do I open things now? And I can understand the confusion because I bet their parents were like, you have to do these formalities before you speak with someone. And we're like, no formalities. Tell me what you want. Get on with it. Oh, boy. All right. What's your next one?
Okay. My next one is people being on their phone while you're in a hangout session.
I hate this so much.
Oof. Or if I'm at dinner and I look over and one of our friends is on their phone, we're in the middle of dinner.
I can't. Like, that phone goes away like you're on a date. Give me some respect.
And it's like, it's one thing if you check if you have a text message, look,
put it down. Yeah. Or it's one thing if you've been like with each other all day 24/7 for like 7 days. And
you're in your silent
and you're in your silent
stage.
era. Yeah, like there's an understanding when you're like in your we're just going to scroll and for a little bit phase.
Yeah. There is a clear distinction of that, but like when you're in a formal setting or like
or you're
going
just
to
hanging
dinner
out with someone you haven't been with. Yeah.
and you've made plans to
Yes.
be with that person, to give them that of your time and
Yes.
be intentional with your time.
Yes.
You give them the courtesy and you put your phone. There is no scrolling on TikTok or looking
No.
on Instagram. That's just fucking rude.
It's so rude. This is why also I just have such an intense hatred for this that in all my books I try to find ways to like get the phones away.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing this in 2011 where people don't like their phones as much.
Or we didn't have social media, basically.
Yeah, literally. Ugh. Yeah, or I'm putting them on an island. Bye phones. Like it's just sometimes I daydream about what it would be like if we didn't have phones in our era now, you know? Or people
wouldn't have
not
careers.
smartphones. If we wouldn't have had these careers, but like if people had to like call us at home, you know what I mean? How would it be different?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Also, the people who don't like calling.
Yeah.
I feel like the people who don't like calling are the people who like are on their phones.
But like I feel like those people don't even text. I feel like nowadays the people who don't like calling just don't want to communicate at all.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking frustrating. Like they just want to post on their socials instead of directly communicating. And that is the problem that is spreading with our actual world.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They think that they're doing enough communicating by just broadly posting things to everyone instead of individually speaking to the people that actually care about them in their lives.
Truth.
Yes. And it's so sad. That is so fucking sad. That those are the people that you'll send them text messages because they don't like calling and they'll never respond. Mm-hmm. You have to see them in person, but how can you plan to see them in person if they never respond? Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
next.
a big one. That's a big one. All right. This is something that's going to sound ridiculous, but it happens more than you think. People who don't wash their motherfucking hands. And then people who come into my house and don't wash their hands. People who I see come out of the bathroom and don't wash their hands.
I can't believe that one.
I witnessed it. I've witnessed it. And I hate it. And then at the first episode of that show, Too Much, she's in the bathroom and the water's not working and a guy comes out of the toilet and he just doesn't wash his hands because it's not working.
Oh, I just want to watch the show then.
Oh my God. He just like rubs the soap in and I'm like, oh my God, no. No. I hate that. Guys, I don't know. Like this has happened with so many men. And I think it's more of an epidemic in men. They think they don't have to wash their hands because they just fucking touch their dick. I don't want your dick hands anywhere near me, bitch. I hate this. Okay, I hate this thinking. Like I'm not gonna like wipe my hand. Like what if I don't even want to compare because it sounds so disgusting to me to like slide a hand up my vagina and then be like, hi. Like, ew. That's disgusting. Okay, that's nasty as fuck, men. Wash your fucking hands. No one wants your dick hands.
Oh my God. Trinity said my grandma literally told my brother he didn't have to wash his hands when we were kids.
That is so sexist.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I have had to lecture both of my past relationships about washing their hands. That's
Why?
That's what taught me that this is an epidemic. And then I start paying attention and it is. And I fucking am disgusted by it.
Obviously, in case in point, Trinity's grandma.
Yes. I made a big deal about teaching Paul about washing his hands. So he washes his hands. I hope that hasn't changed.
I feel like, I don't know. Every man in my life is very clean. So
But like, I think a lot of men out there think that they don't have to wash their hands, that they're above it. They're above fucking germs. They're above like their body doesn't need to be washed. It's disgusting as fuck.
I just think you all need to go through beauty school and learn how to disinfect and sterilize and the microbes all over everything, and then you'll start You'll start
When I hear
understanding.
people be like, "Oh, I washed my hands like half an hour ago," I'm like, "Ew."
What have you touched?
Do you know how many things you've touched? Are you fucking kidding? You washed your hands a half an hour ago? Fuck you. You just touching your phone is disgusting. And those people, you know, never wash their fucking phone. Metal says I've seen women not wash their hands so many times. Yeah. Well, this is like the older generation also, like my Nana, like doesn't think about washing her hands. Like, because I think they weren't like as germ conscious as us, you know, back in the day. And I just like, Nana, do not touch that food without washing your hands. Like, and I just think it's like, that's like a generational thing because they don't think about it as often. But because she's like, oh, it'll be fine. Because she like touched other stuff and then touched the food. And she's like, oh, whatever.
You're just decontaminating everything.
Yeah. That is definitely like, as we've become more health conscious, is more thing. But like there's a way worse shit, like the toilet stuff, the people saying that they washed their hands like earlier today, like no. The people being like, oh, it's fine, the dirt makes me better. I'm like, you're touching my shit. Dirt doesn't make me better. Wash your fucking hands.
Okay. This is something to do with like, I think just posting videos as a human being, but when I've obviously explained something in the video or told them where I got a certain
I hate this too.
of clothing that I made, or that like I've made a pattern of something, and anyways, something that I've explained, and then in the comments they ask where I got it, and they still ask me, where did you get that pattern? And I'm like, bitch, I made it. I told you in the video. Are you listening? And it's like, it's not only just like I said in the video, I tagged it in the video. It's tagged in the description. And then,
this happens so often
it
with everything. Like it happens with every video. If whatever I'm talking about, I'll say what it is, but so many people will ask the same fucking thing in the comments.
Active listening. Come on, people.
Or they're just not listening at all. They're just like looking at it and not paying attention. And it's like, the point of the video was to tell you this. Yeah, and it happens all the time. And for a long time on YouTube, like I would just direct them to another video where I specifically answer that specific question because I'd been so fed up with it. Like, why is her name Pulling Bananas? I have 2 videos. Go Google it.
Metal, the reading comprehension on the site is piss poor. How dare you say we piss on the poor?
Yeah, that and the description, that's also like this phenomenon is why I made the trolling video, because the trolling spoilers video, because so many people would watch my book talks. I'd be like, leave if you don't want to be spoiled, leave. And people would just stay and be like, you spoiled me. I'd be like, are you shitting me?
I gave you every opportunity.
So many opportunities to leave. I cannot stand. And I will be like, I am not going to go in order. Or like people will be like, oh, I thought you were going to go in order of the book. Why would I do that? I told you it was going to be spoilers like in 30 seconds. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, next.
All right. Now this is a more niche one. I'm sure everyone here either has anxiety or has a friend in their life with anxiety. And one of my biggest pet peeves in my current state is when people try to tell me to calm down when I'm having an anxiety panic. Like, that is not going to help me. It is going to be so frustrating because if I could calm down, I would be calm. So what you have to tell your friend when you want to tell them to calm down is like, let's take a deep breath. Let's take a second, just sit down. Like, that is what is going to help them like try to get out of their brain, or like maybe go get them like an ice cube. That's also helpful. Like something really cold to hold or to put on their neck, like telling them to like calm down. I don't know how many times people in my family, when I'm like, I'm so anxious, I'm like, calm down. Dude. Yeah, shots. Have you tried like stop being anxious? Just don't be anxious. Just don't be anxious.
No, help me get out of this stage.
like what you can do that's actually better than in any of these like things that you were thinking, like don't be anxious, just calm down, is to just like talk to them about something random in your life sometimes. And I'll be like, talk to me, and they'll be like, about what? Like, can you please just figure it out? Just talk. Oh my God.
I mean, I've had to learn this from you because I never had anxiety until probably until my mom passed, I think. And then a lot recently, like I would just be in like a state and like, I'd be like, okay, so I'm calling you because I'm anxious. Because you do the same thing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really helpful to talk to someone when they can talk about things. But like sometimes when they don't know, they're like, well, why are you anxious? Why are you anxious? Asking someone why you're anxious does not help. It makes it worse. Okay. And that's something that I've had to like try to teach everyone in my life, because that's what you want to help them. I know you're trying to figure out what it is so you can like de-anxious them, but it makes it so much worse because that anxious person then has to think about why they're anxious again. Know that like sometimes there's no answer. They like just don't know what to say, and that makes them more anxious. Like, just don't ask the question. They'll tell you if they want to. Just help them get out of it. That's what they want. That's why they're talking to you.
Also, like, if someone is telling you to not be anxious or like to calm down, it feels very
condescending
and like disingenuous. So disingenuous. And it just feels like they don't have any care at all. It just is like you,
I feel like they're annoyed by
your presence, is annoying them or like irritating their life or them, and it just, I don't know, just like have more grace.
Yeah. Metal says, just don't be anxious. Just like, can you just not be depressed? Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. Like, that's not something, if they could control it in that moment, they would be controlling it already. So yeah, Shot says my mom, when I was telling her about my feelings, and she just said, no, don't be sad. Like, okay, I'm fixed now. Yeah. Natasha was talking about someone who is like, don't be mad. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just like that. Like, don't be mad when someone upsets you. Like, it doesn't work. You can't just tell someone not to be an emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just take when your urge to say that comes up, just like take a beat and be like, okay, let me just sidestep and try another approach. Because if you actually want to help them, that's just not the way.
Okay. This one's dumb, but I feel like it goes back to like the whole texting thing. But people who use periods after simple text, and it makes you sound angry.
Literally, this goes right with my next one. People who use ellipses after simple texts.
I feel like this only applies
to older people.
My aunt does this so much, and
so
I'm just like,
mine.
Are you mad at me?
Like, what's going on?
Okay, thanks.
Why using a period after okay, thanks?
Or like, okay, period.
Yes.
No. I know you're an English teacher. Stop.
Melissa, but that's the way I talk.
No.
Melissa, no periods.
No periods. Periods that make you sound angry, like you're being short with somebody.
It makes me sound like, it always makes me think that like I did something wrong. I'm like, why are you making a period?
Yeah. And literally I've had to call my aunt. I'm like, are you mad at me? She's like, no, why? I'm like, you're using periods.
Melissa says, okay, maybe not just okay, ... but I will follow up with a no with period. No period? No.
No period?
No period is so mad.
That's mad. That's angry.
And okay, ... is the worst. It feels so passive aggressive.
No, it's a full sentence. You don't need to put it with a period, though.
To be grammatically correct. Shut. No. It hurts. I don't know why it has become this, but like, yeah, like a period is so upset like that you had felt the need to use grammar in a text message.
I don't even sometimes, even if I'm like typing out 3 sentences, I don't put a period on my last sentence. I'll put like a smiley face.
I always put a smiley face. Let me just let you know that I am happy about this. Lighthearted.
Wait, the one thing, okay, so
Don't
what
get
I
too
do,
serious.
I do a lot of like talk to texting. I'm becoming like an older person, okay, when I do this. But the thing is, they put periods on the end of my sentences. And
I
I'm
always
like,
know
no.
what is talk for text because you have periods.
And my okay is like all caps.
Yeah, shots. I end with a lol unless it's something formal. Haha. This is so real. And along these same lines, like a lot of older people, I don't know what they think ellipses means. Not like, I think this is older. Like that my parents' generation sometimes will do like ... after like a normal sentence. And I'm like, what are you saying? What is this ... It feels very passive aggressive. What do you want? What did I do? I also, this is along the same lines, and it's one of mine. It's like when people say TY instead of thank you, I'm like, can you not? Or HBD.
Happy birthday.
Yes. I don't
that's
want
like
your
the
HBD,
least amount of effort.
The least amount of effort possible. Just get the fuck out of here, please. This feels like almost like you don't want to say it, but you just like your parents told you had to. Mm-hmm. If it's that much work, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm like okay with the abbreviations, but like happy birthday abbreviated, just like, no, thank you.
No, I'm okay with a lot of abbreviations. It's like specific ones. Like I think back when we first started texting, we wrote TY instead of thank you. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, we can easily write thank you. Why are you saying TY?
Your phone just literally writes it for you.
I know. Shots. Yeah, no one is that busy that they can't say happy birthday instead of HBD. It's like hags. Like when someone who you didn't know got your yearbook, they would write hags because they want the least amount of work. Yep. But if somebody who you do know wrote hags and it wasn't like an ironic hags, you'd feel like shitty about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one is very specific to myself. Okay, when one of my videos goes viral, like one of my like sewing videos go viral, I get an influx of DMs from random people that are like, "Can you make me that dress?" I'm just like, "Girl, what are you asking?" It's like the audacity of someone just to be like, "Oh, I love this, make it for me."
It's the entitlement, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It kills me. So
yeah, instead of saying also like, do you take
commissions?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, yeah. The whole people not understanding like how much it costs for custom work in our day and age of like fast fashion is, I think, the root of my irritation. Just like the education needed to understand that, like, not education, but just the common sense to know that like I am one person working on one thing, mm-hmm. and how many hours it takes, and like just do the math.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is sad that,
yeah, so many people. My next one is, this is why I could never be a teacher to youths. Mm-hmm. But I get really, like, I will explain something one time very thoroughly and be okay about it. But ask me to do it again to the same person and I like turn into a wolf. Like, I'm like, why? I just showed it to you. Like, because it just means to me that they weren't paying attention or they didn't care enough to like take notes the first time, or like pay, or actually, you know, that my time where I spent like very specifically explaining them how to do this math like didn't matter, and they didn't care. They were just sitting there listening without actually listening. Like active listening when someone is taking the time to explain something that is hard to you is so important to my brain and sanity when I'm doing any teaching. That's when I knew I couldn't be a teacher, when I was like helping Olivia and Paul with their homework, and I would I would just melt down when they asked me the same question again after I thoroughly thought I explained it so well.
The patience required for that.
Yeah. And then the same goes to this stretches to explaining technology to older people. I can't do it, especially over the phone. I just my brain sets on fire.
Yes. My grandma will wait for weeks until Alex or I will come over, and then she has all these things, and I'm like, Grammy, we've already talked about this. She's like, I know, I just forget.
I literally, this happens all the time, and I'm like, I can't do it again. I can't. Because this is the thing, they also make comments about things as you're going that are things that they should know. According to me, I feel like they should know. And every time my heckles rise, and I just get more and more worked up. I can't do it. I'm like, you have to ask somebody else. I'm going to yell at you.
Okay, I get in this state, and I do this with my grandma, and I've seen myself do this now with clients that I don't really know, that I don't really care about, because they've just sat down in my chair, and either they said something that has irritated me, and I just have to I literally just shut down as a human. I'm like, yeah. I have no emotion. It's either I have no emotion.
Wait, what's the trigger?
The trigger is when they've said something that irritates me, but I still have to continue with the service, or I have to continue teaching, and I literally shut down. And it's either I shut down or I become a major fucking bitch. So I just can't take it.
Yeah, I just get really mean.
I've been there. I've gotten really mean, and I was like, this is not working. I just shut down. And I just let them yap. And I'm like, okay, did you get that?
Yeah, along those lines, when somebody asks you to show you something, and then, oh my God, this used to happen all the time. When people would ask me to show them a video that I had made, and I would be like, okay, you sure you want to watch it with me here? And they're like, yeah. And then I would pull up the video, and they would start talking about something else or looking at their phone.
And you're like, ah! Hello?
You asked me. I double checked. I didn't want to do this. You did it. And now you're not even paying attention. I cannot stand it.
Wait, I have a story about this that still irritates me this day. I was working at Amaryllis, and my boss who owned the company had been begging to hear me sing for ages and ages and ages and ages. We're working late, packing orders. It's me, Alex, my coworker, and my boss. And then she's like, Natasha, let's hear you sing. And so I was like, are you sure? I'm like, I don't think she's like, yeah, let's do it. And then Alex is like, yeah, she sings this song really good. And so he puts it on, and I start singing Barbara Streisand, don't tell me not to don't rain on my parade.
Yeah.
And my boss and my coworker just I'm in the middle of the song, just start talking and not paying attention. And I turn and I look at Alex, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, I just stop. I was like, oh my God, I am mortified.
I can't stand it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's they ask you to perform, and then they don't pay attention, and then you just feel like an asshole.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't need your accolades. You wanted to see this.
You asked for this, bitch. I was accommodating. And with a video, I'm just mad. I'm like, excuse me, you're not even going to find it funny because you're not listening to the setup. So I cannot listen to you sit here and not pay attention. We're pausing it. Watch on your own time.
Wait, I think you've done this to me before, once. And you pause it, and you're like, and I'm like, what? And you're like, you need to be watching this. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Literally, this is comedy that I worked hard on setting up so you would laugh, and you're not paying attention, so you won't laugh.
Okay, this is kind of I didn't write this one down, but I'm just remembering it now. It's kind of adjacent to this issue. It's when when you are clearly doing something, like either you're working towards something, you're working, okay, you're doing something, and then someone starts to talk to you about this like huge major issue, or like just wants to like talk to you and have like your full attention, and you can't give them your full attention, and then they get mad that you're not listening to them because they haven't specifically asked permission or asked you, hey, are you available to like chat right now or talk, and you can't, and so then they just get mad at you because you're not listening. And I have this a lot of time with my brother.
This happens a lot with family when you're living in the same house with your family and you're working, like you're an adult and you're working, and they just don't respect that boundary at all because they're family and they don't give a shit. Like they just think that they can talk to you. And then this happens, I think, to all of us. We do this. We do this to everybody in our family. Like I remember like so often my mom would be on the phone, and as a teenager, I'd just start talking about something that I need permission to do. And she'd get so mad. like this happened to me so often when I was YouTube editing in my household, like after college, like that one year that I was living at home, and everyone would like talk to me and ask me to do things. I'm like, I am clearly editing something. I cannot hear you. Oh my God. They'd be like, Christine, I have my headphones on.
The thing is like Alex and I still deal with this to this day. And like we have to he has to specifically be like, can you talk right now? And I was like, no. And then then he gets mad though because he wants me to listen, and I feel bad, so I was like, so I had to put what I'm doing down and I had to listen. But then I have to like actively be like, Natasha, you're listening, or else I'll just go right back to what I was doing and I just won't listen.
Yeah, because a lot of times like this work is like you're in your head and your brain palace, especially with like when I'm writing and somebody calls, like you can usually tell, and I'm just like because I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not here.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, bye. We did a whole episode about this, but when people cancel last minute, it's been an issue and I fucking hate it. So I just think it's like just get your act together, have accountability, and like figure out your schedule.
Yeah.
If you can't, then it's not a fucking emergency, don't cancel. Like commit.
Yeah. Pauline says this was a huge problem, talking about the talking thing. This was a huge problem with all my friends and I during COVID when we had to do school from home. Our parents didn't realize that even if we were on our laptops in bed, that we were learning. Yes, that was exactly the same thing, like working from home on doing all my YouTube stuff. Like they would be like, you're just on your computer. She's just over there on her computer all the time. It's like, I'm fucking working. It's the same sort of thing. Like they kind of associate the laptop as something that's like fun. Whereas like our whole lives are actually on this thing. Yeah. My last thing, and this is so dumb, but like this is when people aren't born now, like on like a 90 or 2000 or like a number that ends with 10
I agree with
like
this.
a 95. Yeah. I get so mad when I have to calculate their age. Because you have to do so much like math in your head.
Yes.
And I don't know why it's gotten so hard. But like my Nana and I sat there like 1986. How many years has it been? And we're just like sitting there trying to figure it out for so long. And then obviously it was just like 5 years older than me. So I just still right now I'm like 40, 39, yeah. 39. It's so frustrating.
I feel this as a 1994 baby. So
like I love being a 90 baby, or when I hear someone's born in 2000, because I'm like, I'll always know how old you are. Or my brother even 99. I'm like, okay, I always know how old. It's just -1. I mean, +1. +1.
No, I feel that. This is my last one that's really dumb too. Don't get mad. I just said it. One of your pet peeves. When you turn off like counts on IG.
Oh my God. Please.
Okay, I like knowing if I need to interact, or
you always have to interact.
I know, but what if it's not you? What if it's someone I don't know very well?
I just always do it. You always give people the courtesy of the interaction because you know you want it.
But I also feel like if you don't have your likes on, your stuff is not going to do well.
That's not true. Okay, that's insulting.
I think though, like if you're on like the explore page or the reels and stuff and you have your like you have to see likes for that to go do well.
That's not true. My videos have done super well with the likes off. I don't turn them off for a long time because I'm superstitious then that it'll change it.
Oh, okay. Well, to me, I like being nosy and I like knowing. So that's why I like them.
Yeah,
more.
I don't like people knowing. So that's why I turn it off. Because I know people are just sitting there judging people off the likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to like, not you, but like if there's other people, I'm like, I want to know, like, I should probably, never mind. I'm just stop.
Yeah. I think you should stop.
Oh boy.
It's mean. These things are mean. That's why I took off the like thing, because people are mean and judgy about likes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I took forever when something does really well and I have the likes off. I'm like, I don't want to turn them back on because I don't want anything to happen. And it's just an anxiety thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right. Well, folks, we're going to move on into Marry, Kiss, Cliff.
All right. Marry, Kiss, Cliff. Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, or Jack Antonoff. All good men.
Let's see.
Melissa, oh my God, impossible.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'm going to marry Jason, kiss Travis, and push Jack.
Wait, why?
I don't know. I don't know Jack Antonoff because he's not on a podcast, so I don't know him the same way.
Wait, but you're not going to marry Travis?
I said marry Jason, yeah.
I don't want to make Margaret Taylor or Kylie mad. Okay, just pretend that they don't exist. Okay, I'm going to marry Travis. I'm going to kiss Jason and Cliff Jack.
Marry Travis. Why? So we're both cliffing Jack. Is it because we don't know him?
Probably.
Yeah. Like he hasn't done enough to be
But
known.
Jack isn't my type.
I don't think he's my type either,
Yeah.
but I don't know because I don't know him.
Taylor's good friends with him, so he could be. Shots, how can you say you don't know him? Oh my God, he's made so many of our last albums, but those albums are about Taylor Swift. Yeah, they're not about him.
I need long form. I need to see clips of him. I'm just kind of...
I need to know like what his personality is like in a long form clip. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because while Taylor Swift is like giving her entire personality in all of her albums year after year, and then in clips, she's also very open and like personable. Jack, like we see very little of him actually talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like Jason's too loud to be your husband.
I don't know. I feel like I'm loud.
That's true. They're both very good hype men. So,
Yeah. I feel like I know them a little bit because of the podcast. So we'll see. I don't know. Well, folks, that is going to wrap up our episode today. We're so excited next week to talk more about whatever Taylor Swift news drops today.
Is there anything else you want to say?
no.
Okay. Our show is edited by Emma Burton Vergard, Natasha Polis, Christine Riccio, Alex Polis. Our vocals are done by Heather Traska, and our music is done by Cole Jenkins. We release videos and the show every Friday. My name's Christine.
I'm Natasha.
And we are off to go record Fangirl Tea Time, where we've got lots to talk about. So if you're a patron, we'll see you there right after this. Bye, everybody.
Bye.